for some great swimming. On the mic this morning, we have myself, Stuart Stevenson, also Jackie Smith and Robert Taylor. Before we start racing, we'll just go through health and safety again. So in the event of an emergency, a siren will sound and staff will direct you to the nearest exit, so please ensure you keep all the fire exits clear. Take a look around you, please check where the exits are. There should be no glass items or outdoor footwear poolside, and swimmers leaving poolside should dry off, wear appropriate dry clothing and footwear, and please keep the stairways clear and do not sit on the stairs. No mobile phones should be in the changing rooms or the toilets or shower areas, or should be used in the changing rooms, toilets or showers. And anyone wishing to take photos or videos, you can obtain forms from the information desk, and these are at the top of the stairs. We can't post videos on unsecure websites, but please get permission to post these on secure club websites. First event today will be the girls 400 metre freestyle, and there will be 4 heats in that event. We just welcome our technical officials this morning. Thank you to all the volunteers today and all the officials who are working at this meet. Referees this morning are Peter McBurney and Ross Stewart. And the starters today are Mark Scott and Robert Fleming. Swimmers should go to the marshal at least 10 minutes before your heat, and reserves, please go to marshalling area as well 10 minutes before the first heat, so the first event, no matter what heat you're swimming. So reserves, please be ready, because you could get swims this morning. Before we start proceedings today, there is a birthday girl in our midst, Imogen Barrett. Are you out there somewhere, Imogen? Happy birthday to Imogen. She's from Ren 96 and she is 14 today. And Robert has volunteered to sing. Oh no, he's not. Where is he? Where is he?
Another birthday is also a Rory Webster from Dumfries, but Rory is 16 tomorrow, so happy birthday to Rory. Big cheer from the Dumfries contingent. So it's happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear
Imogen and
Rory. Happy birthday to you. Wee bit of harmony there, folks.
Hope you enjoyed that as much as we did up here. I'm a proper singer. Yes, I'm a singer. Do you want me to kick it off since I'm the slacker of the day? Okay, this is heat 1 of 4. Lane 0, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. 1, Lucy Kellis from Motherwell and Wishaw. 2, Hannah Lockington, Milgai Bearsden. 3, Daisy Gildea from City of Glasgow. 4, Megan McDonald, Stirling Swim. 5, Rebecca Strachan, City of Glasgow. 6, Mirren Gibb, Dumfries. 7, Honor McCarty from Inverclyde. 8, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 9, Charlotte Craig from Rain 96. So first to the turn there, lane 3, Daisy Gildea, City of Glasgow swimmer, 13-year-old. Mixture of ages in this one, from 12 through to 16. And quickest entry time here is 5:09:10. So we're looking at 5:09 through to about almost 5:17 on the entry times here. Looks like the middle lanes at the moment. Lane 6 going well, Mirren Gibb. So she's come through in that second 50. 1:11:09 over the first 100 there for Mirren. Mirren Gibb is a 15-year-old from Dumfries. Pretty close in these middle lanes at the moment, behind Mirren. So lanes 4 and 5. Megan McDonald, Rebecca Strachan, also in lane 3 going well. Is still going well is Daisy Gildea. She's dropped back a wee bit since her fast start over the first 50, but she's still in touch. But it is Mirren Gibb with a clear body length now at the 150 mark. And she is about 2 seconds, about 1.5 seconds actually, ahead of second position Megan McDonald. So Megan's a Stirling swimmer, but it's really close across these middle lanes. In fact, coming up now in lane 2 as well, Hannah Lockington. So she's making a move through this 50. Out in front in 6, Mirren Gibb. And then it's Hannah, Daisy, Megan, Rebecca, all close together, swimming in a line here. Halfway mark, 2:28:07 for Mirren Gibb. And but 3 seconds back, Rebecca Strachan, 2:31:28. So that's a 1-2. Still all to swim for, especially for that second spot. But we'll see if they can rein Mirren in, who's out in front just now. So target time here for personal best is 5:09:10. Still in front, Mirren Gibb. She's just sped up there in that last 50. 3:05:71 after 250. The gap between Mirren and Rebecca now about 5 seconds. So Mirren is stretching out here, opening up her lead. Looks like it's between Daisy and Rebecca for second just now. I think Rebecca Strachan, yeah, she's still just a fraction ahead there in second place, but Mirren Gibb looking solid here. 3:45:68 at the 300. So she's looking well in course here to come underneath her entry. Her entry is 5:10:42. She keeps going at the current pace and doesn't drop. She'll be well within that entry time. Coming up now in lane 5, Rebecca Strachan, just still holding on to that second place, but making a move over in lane 3, Daisy Gildea. So she's now challenging that second spot as they go to the final turn. But Mirren Gibb now, she turned there in a 4:24 with 50 metres to go. So Mirren, very strong race here. Led from round about 75 to 100 after the start, and she's held on to that and stretched that lead as time's gone on. And Mirren will now come under the flags as she approaches the finish. So Mirren's entry, 5:10:42, well underneath that time. And Minningen comes in 5:02.01, so taking 8 seconds off. Second place is Rebecca Strachan, 5:07.44, also a good time there, and faster than entry. Third place, Hannah Lockington, 5:09.85. That should be working. If it doesn't, I'll switch over. Yeah.
So second of the 4 heats. Amelia McCusker in 0, City Glasgow. Teammate Eva Ross in 1. 2, Katie Gillis, Renfrew Baths. 3 is Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow. 4, Joanna Calder, Mulgine Bearsten. Lane 5, Georgia Reid. 6, Daisy McInnes. 7, Anna Campbell. 8, Amy Roll, all City of Glasgow. And the scoreboard should be showing on 9, Lucy Hunter from Motherwell and Wishaw. It's not Aileen Melrose who's in lane 9. So times for these girls, just over 5 minutes, 5:03 through to reserve time of 5:15. So over on the far side from where we are, as you view on the live stream, lane 1 with blue and white cap, City of Glasgow's Eva Ross, gone off very strongly indeed. She's more than a body length clear. 2 teammates in lane 6 and 7, Daisy McInnes, Anna Campbell. So first 100, 1:08.20 for Eva. So she's got a couple of second advantage. And this is all about getting times, or trying to get either qualifying times, which will guarantee them a swim at the national age groups in a few weeks' time up at Aberdeen Sports Village, or if not, to at least try and get a consideration time. So should we not have the required quantity of swimmers in that particular event, the fastest consideration times will get in. And I think last year most of the swimmers who had consideration times did actually get swims, so it's the target for all the swimmers this morning to try and get times for snags, or for some of the slower entries, just to improve those times for later in the season. So Eva's gone off pretty strongly. Her teammate in lane 6, Daisy McInnes, still very much in touch. These two have pulled away at halfway. So 2:25.69 and 2:26.82. Daisy putting in a challenge and certainly closing down. Not much between the two. In the middle lanes, Joanna Calder from M&B, now making a move, 15-year-old. So she's pulling through quite nicely. So we're going 2:50, and it's Daisy, I think, who's just fractionally gone ahead of Eva. Not much between the two girls at the moment. Eva 14, as is her teammate Daisy. That significant move now in the middle lane. Just gone out pretty steadily, Joanna. That's what you need to do in these longer distance races. Just gradually build it up, and Joanna's having a really good second half, and she's come through very, very strongly indeed. M&B swimmer, and she strikes the front at just the right time. 300 to go. 300 go and 100 to go. 3:44. So every chance if she can really motor on to get inside 5 minutes. So Joanna now moving further and further away. Eva Ross is, I think, gone back second. Daisy's dropping back into third. And Abigail Crawford, Georgia Reid, and the other two middle lanes trying to just try and move up as much as they can. That was a very, very good last 50 there, 36.31. So Joanna Calder is going to improve her entry time quite significantly. She has an entry time of 5:03.10, getting plenty of encouragement from the side, and let's see if she can get somewhere around about the 4:56 mark. Really motoring inside the final 10 metres. Eva is having a very good second half. She's finishing very strongly, as is her teammate Abigail Crawford. But a great swim there from Joanna, 4:57.37. Eva Ross second, just over the 5 minute mark, 5:01.63. Abigail Crawford with a late run takes third, 5:03.98. Well done, ladies.
This is heat 3, lane 0, and is Scott, Stirling Swim. 1, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. 2, Heather Kellogg, Dumfries. 3, Heather Stewart, North Ayrshire. 4, Emma Miller, Kintyre. 5, Emily Dickens, City of Glasgow. 6, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow. 7, Kerry Sinnott from Bellshill. 8, Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow. 9, Lisa McNair from Grangemouth. Again, a range of ages here. 14 through to 18. After 50 there, Olivia Caldwell in lane 6. A fraction of a lead, 32.34. Okay, lane 3 is actually Katie Watson swimming, not Heather Stewart. I'm taking this one out in lane 6, Olivia Caldwell, 14-year-old from City of Glasgow. 1:09.19 for Olivia. And in second, it's a dead heat at the moment between Emily Dickens and Emma Miller. So it looks like Olivia Caldwell, just a fraction ahead. Just drawing her in slightly. Up this stretch is Emily Dickens. Also in lane 4, Emma Miller. So that's the three swimmers. Going well too. In lane 1, Ella Cunningham. So Emily Dickens now in the lead. And she just increased her pace over that previous 50. Not much in it at all. So Emily and Olivia locked together. Emily maybe just ahead in front now, a slight advantage there. So Emily Dickens, Olivia Caldwell, as they turn at the halfway mark, 2:24 both of them, but 0.2 of a second between them. Emily just with a slight advantage there. Lane 4, Emma Miller is also in touch, as is Ella Cunningham over on the far side there in lane 1. So all these swimmers this morning really racing against the clock. They're trying to get qualification times for Scottish national age groups. They start in a couple of weeks' time. So that's the primary target for these swimmers, as well as trying to improve on their entries. Still Emily Dickens, Olivia Caldwell, 3:02.41, 3:02.73. So locked together at the moment, these girls. I think nudging into third place might be Ella Cunningham. So it could be City of Glasgow 1, 2, 3 as they approach the 300 metre mark. And just stretching out a little bit here, spotting the danger, Olivia Caldwell. So 300 metres, 3:40.24. So the qualification for Olivia's age group would be around about the 5 minutes and 20.2. Consideration time 5:11.10. So she could be heading towards the consideration time mark. So Olivia Caldwell, 4:17.48, a couple of seconds ahead of Emily Dickens at 4:19, and then in third place Ella Cunningham in 1. It's been pretty steady out there in lane 1 the whole way, 4:21.57, so just a couple of seconds behind as well. So Ella's a 14-year-old as well as Olivia. Emily Dickens in 5:15, sorry 16 I should say. But she seems to have found something a wee bit extra here towards the finish, Olivia Caldwell. And we'll just keep an eye on that clock. She could be in the qualification bracket here, and it looks like she's got it, if that's the official time. 4:53.96. A really strong last 100 metres there. In second place, 4:58.08 for Emily Dickens. And in third, 4:58.19 for Ella Cunningham, also a SNAGS qualification. So once these results are made official, some of these girls should be very pleased that they've got the times. So Olivia Caldwell, Emily Dickens, Ella Cunningham. So Olivia and Ella, both qualifications with SNAGS. Emily gets a consideration time, so good swimming, girls.
So the final heat in lane 1, we have Lucy Nimmo, City Glasgow. 1, Kaelin Chan, North Ayrshire. 2, Rosie Liston from City Glasgow. We have a reserve, it's not Sarah Stewart, those of you at the venue seeing that. It's actually Amelia Hack from Scotia in lane 3. 4 is Georgia Dickey, Dumfries. 5, Emma McGavin, Hamilton Bass. 6, Eva Gordon, Stirling Swim. 7, Zoe Crawford, Falkirk Otter. 8, Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96, and in 9, Eva Kirkham from Grangemouth. Times in this one are all under 5 minutes, 4:42 through to 4:58. Although we have the reserve, Amelia Hack from Scotia. She's a 5:20, so she'll have to pull out quite a bit to get close to a consideration time, somewhere around about the 5 minute mark for the 17-18-year-old category. So a good strong start by Georgia. Been swimming pretty well over the last month or two. And Dumfries girls going out very strongly indeed. So a very strong start by Georgia, well clear at 150. Stirling in second place, the Stirling swimmer Eva Gordon. McGavin from Hamilton Bass just beside her, and over on the opposite side in lane 2, Rosie Liston from City Glasgow going pretty well. All these 4 girls are 16, are in positions 1 through 4. Qualifying time is 4:52. Well, 2 of these girls already have, in fact 3 of the girls already have qualifying times. That's Georgia, Emma and Eva. Rosie Liston has an entry time of 4:54. She has a consideration time at the moment, so she needs to get inside 4:51. But sorry, Eva Gordon also needs to get inside 4:51. She's just outside that. She's in second place at the moment. Emma McGavin just dropping back to 4th. Rosie Liston's now in 3rd. Georgia Dickey has this one well wrapped up. We've already gone 2:50. Other swimmers quite some distance back. Lucy Nimmo turning in 5th. She's another 16-year-old. Most of the swimmers in this age category are 16 or 17. Just the one 15-year-old, Kaylin Chan, who's currently 9th at the moment in lane number 1. But the free swimmer, 3:29.22. So we expect finish time pretty close to our entry time, 4:42. Eva, 3:37. Well, if she can find something a wee bit special, she would just scrape into that 4:51. She needs to try and come back in round about 73 seconds. So let's see what the split for this 50 is that Eva does. We're looking for something around about maybe 36, 36 and a half ish. Hopefully that red marker will turn green on your scoreboard. It has 36. Well, she's got an excellent chance if she can come back on a 37 or better. Eva Gordon will be able to swim this if she wishes to do so at these groups. I expect Georgia Dickey to be doing this up at Aberdeen, the 400. Certainly pretty good at the distance events is Georgia. A nice swim from her. It proves on her entry time 4:40.81. Eva Gordon from Stirling, who does a lot of open water, also inside the entry time, so she can now enter that if she wishes. And in 3rd place, Rosie Liston, she gets a consideration time. Oh, she already has that consideration time, so no change for Rosie. So that concludes the 400 freestyle for the girls. We now move on to boys events, and we kick off the first one. It's 100 metres backstroke, 7 heats. Good luck, lads.
Okay, this is heat 1 of 7. 0 Ollie Jeffords, round 96. 1 Jasper Broom, South Ayrshire. 2 Lance McMahon from Helensburgh. 3 Murray Johnson, round 96. 4 Aaron Russell, Bellsill. 5 is Jack Traynor from Hamilton. 6 Stephen Nastiuk, Stranraer. 7 Logan Moffat, Kirkintilloch. 8 Caelan Cardy, Stirling. 9 Andrew Patterson from City of Glasgow. And it is Jack Traynor quickest over the first 50, 35.15. So once again, these swimmers will be targeting some times here this morning. Either consideration or qualifying for SNAGS. It is Jack Traynor out in front, looking strong at the moment as he approaches the 15-metre mark. In second place, it's a pretty close battle between Lance McMahon and Aaron Russell. But no doubt about the winner here. It will be Jack Traynor, who takes that one, a time of 1:13.78. 1:16.75 in second, Lance McMahon in third, Murray Johnson 1:17.25. So there's the official results. This is heat 2, 0. Dean Binney, North Ayrshire. 1 Angus Woods, Kintyre. 2 Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. 3 Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 4 Finlay Giudici from Renfrew Bass. 5 James Stewart, Scotia. 6 Joe Carty, City of Glasgow. 7 Max Miller, Weston Barton. 8 Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. And 9 we have Callum Trader is in lane 9 rather than Scott Brodie, and Callum is from Stirling Swim. And it's Max Miller quickest over the first 50, 34.12, just a fraction ahead of Joe Carty. All to swim for at the moment. Most of the pool here is across a line. Difficult to call who's now in the lead just even after this extra 25 metres. Could still be lane 3 here, or could be lane 3 I should say, who's taken the lead, Adam Merrick. So Adam looking very strong coming towards the flags. Cumbernauld swimmer, 14-year-old, is now going to stretch out and take this one. And I think he did take it, but we'll wait on the times coming up on the board there. 1:10.75 from Adam Merrick. And we'll just wait on second place. Looks like Max Miller, but we'll just get confirmation of that. Is Max Miller in second, 1:11.60. Third, Angus Woods, 1:11.79.
So on to our 38. 0 Ruben Pearson, Bellsill Sharp. 1 Biddy Mufti, City Glasgow. 2 Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bass. 3 Kel Mossman, City Glasgow, teammate Jude Mowbray. And 5 is Harry Sharp, Adrian Monkland. 6 reserve is Effie Ugupuglu from South Ayrshire. 7 Campbell McLean, City Glasgow. 8 Ansh Tibani from Ren 96. And 9 Lucas Craw from Rotherglen. So it's Sharp, Adrian Monkland's entry time of 1:10.41. So a 107 is what's required for Harris to get a swim. Certainly going well in lane 6 is in lane 5 is Harris. Finishing strongly, Kel Mossman in 3. It's Kel Mossman perhaps who's going to take this, and a fast finishing lane 8. 3, 2 and 8 I think. 8 and 2, well 300s will not split here. Kel Mossman 109.71 takes that. Kel already had an entry time for the Scottish Nationals, so he's just improved that time a little bit. Second place, Ashtawani 110.44 and Ewan Watson 110.47.
Seat 4, 0 Samuel Beaton, Bowness, 1 Nathan Lilly, Bellshill, 2 Luke Garrity and Rocklide, 3 Cameron and Jill, Grangemouth, 4 Rory Calvert, Grangemouth, 5 Callum McLaughlin, City of Glasgow, 6 Alfie Churches, City of Glasgow, 7 Alex Tinch, Stirling Swim, 8 Dylan McShane, City of Glasgow, 9 Ben Waddle from Grangemouth. Good start in lane 4, Rory Calvert. Rory is the quickest entry at 109.29. At the moment sitting just inside the consideration time for Snags, but we want to make that more secure. Drawing up alongside Rory now is Cameron Jill, lane 3, and also coming through in lane 6, Alfie Churches. And also over in lane 0 there, a good swim so far by Samuel Beaton. But it looks like it will be lane 6. Alfie Churches, who's going to touch first here. 108.66 from Alfie. Second place, Rory Calvert, 109.32. And third, Cameron Jill. 110.18, so just make sure these results are the official ones on the boards. Okay, we have just a slight delay while we confirm these results for you. Unfortunately, disqualification lane 3 for a technical infraction.
And we move on to Heat 5. Lane 0, Hamish Maxwell, South Ayrshire Swim Team. 1, Daniel Convery, North Ayrshire. 2, Seamus Barbary, East Kilbride. 4, Tom Jeffords, Red 96. 4, Alex Black, Bowness. 5, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, his teammate Adam Hill in lane 6. 7, Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride, teammate Fraser McIntosh in lane 8, and the Scotia swimmer Kia Sampson in lane 9. Correction there, it is Finlay Watson swimming in lane 0 from East Kilbride, and Hamish Maxwell is in lane 1. So the first 50 metres, it's the Stirling Swim, Fraser van der Meulen, turned first, 32.04. The boys here, Fraser's one of the in fact is the youngest swimmer in this heat. His entry time here 108.30. Otherwise, he's swimming against Tom Jeffords, 15, and an assortment of 16 and 17-year-olds. And it is Fraser van der Meulen, touched there first, 107.63. And behind him, over in lane 0, the East Kilbride swimmer Finlay Watson, and third, Adam Hill. And we move on to Heat 6, Lane 0, Lewis McCarroll, South Ayrshire, 1, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride, 2, Gregor Skinner, Bowness, 3, Cameron Shaw, Grangemouth, 4, Benji Jeffries, South Ayrshire, 5, Rory Hall, Milngavie and Bearsden, 6, Luke Scott, Dumfries, 7, Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim, 8, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth, and 9, Nikolai Sisnet, City of Glasgow. Ages here range from 13, Nikolai in lane 9, up to through to 18, and it is in the centre of the pool. Benji Jeffries turning first there at 31.25 after the first 50 metres. City of Glasgow swimmer Nikolai Sisnet in lane 9 in second, and Luke Scott from Dumfries in third. So as the boys come up to the final 25 metres, it is the centre of the pool. Benji Jeffries who is leading the way. Lane 6, Luke Scott has got himself up into second. Need to watch Nikolai though, it's all going to be down to the touch, and it was in fact Nikolai in lane 9, touching second there, just in behind Benji Jeffries in first. And in fact my screen showing it's a dead heat between Nikolai and Luke Scott, lanes 9 and 6. We'll wait for that to be officially confirmed. I think the times may be adjusted. Just wait for the official results there before we move on to the final heat of this event, event 102. And thereafter it will be the turn of the girls. Here's the screen clearing. And oh, that's not the results.
So on to our last heat. 0, Kyle Wong, City Glasgow. 1, Let's Garrett, South Ayrshire. 2 is Reserve, Max Buchanan, Renfrew Bass. In lane 3, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim, teammates Gear van der Meulen, Logan van der Meulen in 4 and 5, Adam Scott, Ren 96 and 6, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride 7, Blair McKean, Belsilk Sharks in 8, Ewan McLeod, Lanark goes in 9. Some of these swimmers already have consideration or qualifying times, so yeah, we'll just see how they do. Gear van der Meulen in lane 5, in lane 4, Adam Scott coming through in lane 6, Nathan Campbell in 3, and Logan van der Meulen in 5. All those are going to be well there. That's all got times for snags, not overly important. So Logan takes that 101.51. His brother 200s back 101.53, and Nathan Campbell makes it 1-2-3 for Stirling 101.99.
So now the girls 100 backstroke. Lane 0, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 1, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 2, Ava Pettigrew, Cumbernauld. 3, Evie Chan from North Ayrshire. 4, Sophie Brown, City of Glasgow. 5, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. 6, Heather Kellock from Dumfries. 7, Iris Ware, Rutherglen. 8, Gracie Haddo, South Ayrshire. 9, Megan Ferris from Cumbernauld. So ages here ranging from 11 through to 15. Sophie Brown quickest over the first 50, 37.06. So Sophie is the quickest entry, 1:18.48. So that's just outside the qualification time, although it's a very safe consideration for Snags, so she'll be wanting underneath the 1:18.10. But coming through to the finish, it's really neck and neck between the middle two lanes. Sophie Brown, Amy Rowell, and it is Amy Rowell who takes it on the touch. 1:17.11. Sophie Brown 1:17.15, so 400ths in that. Really close finish. Third, Iris Ware. 1:17.98 for Iris. Once again, we'll just wait for the confirmation, which is coming up fairly quickly now. That's it. Amy Rowell, Sophie Brown, Iris Ware.
And heat 2, lane 0, Abby Henderson, Rutherglen. 1, Zara Dunn, City of Glasgow. 2, Emma Binney, North Ayrshire. 3, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow. 4, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 5, Ellen White, Stirling Swim. 6, Lauren Peckover, North Ayrshire. 7, Millie McDonald, Cumbernauld. 8, Neve Brooks, East Kilbride. And 9, Catherine Simpson from South Ayrshire. So the girls, the youngest swimmer here is a 13-year-old from Dumfries in lane 4, Amber Hinton. Her entry time 1:17.10. So she has a consideration time, but but she'll be looking to do slightly better to get the qualifying time here for the Snags meet coming up in a few weeks' time. And indeed, she has fairly good lead here. The battle's on for second place. I think either side of her, Olivia Caldwell and Ellen White. But keep an eye on Abby Henderson over in lane 0. She has had a good swim there and got herself up into second, I think, if she can just hold this at the touch. But it's Amber Hinton there in first, 1:13.66. Second, Abby Henderson, 1:17.00. And third, Olivia Caldwell, 1:17.55. I think are your 1, 2 and 3. Just wait for the board to confirm that. There we go. Amber Hinton, Abby Henderson, Olivia Caldwell. So just as the pool is being cleared there, some results for event 101. The girls 11 to 13, 400 metre freestyle. First, Caitlin Morton. Second, Daisy Gildale, both City of Glasgow. And third, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. The girls 14-year-olds, Olivia Caldwell, Ella Cunningham, Ava Ross, 1, 2 and 3, all from City of Glasgow.
This is heat 3, lane 0, Alana Wilson from Bellsill. Lane 1, Zoe Matchett. from North Ayrshire. 2, Sophie Allison from Western Bartonshire. 3, Victoria Niven, City of Glasgow. 4, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. 5, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. 6, Imogen Barrett, Ren 96. 7, Inga Cummings, South Ayrshire. 8, Ciara Finlayson, City of Glasgow. 9, Emily Easton, Lark Hall. Anna Campbell with the advantage over the first 50, 35.97. 14-year-old City of Glasgow swimmer. Just a fraction in lead there over lane 4, Lisa McNair, but she's now coming through and just into the lead. So Lisa McNair from Grangemouth looking strong towards the finish here. So Lisa McNair, Anna Campbell, and coming strongly through in lane 8, right at the finish here, Ciara Finlayson. And it's going to be right down to the touch, and Lisa McNair just takes it, 1:14.62. Ciara Finlayson, 1:14.76. And Alana Wilson, again a strong finish, 1:16.43. That's a 1, 2, 3.
Which is this one?
Which
E3. E4. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Quite like it, Robert.
Oh, dearie me.
We're all human.
So our fourth heat, N0, Emma Bannerman, Stranraer Stingrays. 1, Lexi McCappin, Falkirk Otter. 2, Sophie Steele, South Ayrshire. 3, Millie Convin, Dumfries. 4, Ella Dobson, Kingston. 5, Thea Glenn, City Glasgow. 6 is Rachel McGavin, Hamilton Bath. 7, Emma Miller, Kintyre. 8, Millie Barton, Bellshill Sharks. And 9, Cara Gumbro, Ren 96. So 113s to 115s. Consideration, so qualifying times for quite a lot of these ages are in the sort of 113ish mark, so we'll be pretty close to that. Isla Dobson as the fastest time. She's gone out strongly, 35 dead, 35.99. Thea Glenn in lane number 5 beside her. Isla Dobson, the swimmer from Kingston, has the advantage at the moment. And a 13-year-old time for this event to get a swim at age groups is 1:12.70 for 15. Well, she's not far out that. She's certainly got a good consideration time, 1:13.73. A nice swim from that. Second place, Lexi McCappin, 1:14.44. And in third place, Cara Gumbro, 1:15.72. Good swim for Cara.
Seat 5, 0 Alice Cumming, City of Glasgow. 1 Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. 2 Evie Mackey, Lanark. 3 Abigail Hill, Mogai Bearsden. 4 Emily Dickens, City of Glasgow. 5 Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth. 6 Perry Scobie, Stirling Swim. 7 Abigail Crawford. 8 Lucy Nimmo. 9 Ayla Cochrane, all from City of Glasgow. Quickest time on entry, 1:12.50. That's Emily Dickens in 4. 16-year-old. A good start here in lane 2, Evie Mackey. Turns first at 33.70. So Evie, 14-year-old swimmer from Lanark. So looks like Evie already secured a qualification for SNAGS, so this will be about trying to improve on her time. Also going well inside Evie is Casey Dixon, 13-year-old from Rutherglen. Looks like she's in second. Out in front, Evie Mackey under the flags, and Evie Mackey will take this one. Let's see what time she gets. 1:10.81 for Evie, 1:12.19 for Casey Dixon, and 1:12.65 for Abigail Crawford.
So we'll just continue with a few results here while we're waiting. The event 101, girls 15-year-old, 400-metre freestyle. First, Joanna Calder, Milngavin Bearsden. Emma Miller, Kintyre. And third, Mirren Gibb, Dumfries. Girls 16-year-olds, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries in first. Eva Gordon, Stirling Swem, second. And Emily Dickens, City of Glasgow, third. And we move on to Heat 6, Lane 0, Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire. 1, Caris Mooney, City of Glasgow. 2, Honor McGeehan, Inverclyde. 3, Louise Connell, City of Glasgow. 4, Sarah Stewart, Milngavin Bearsden. 5, Millie MacArthur, Lanark. 6, Brooke Rogerson, Dumfries. 7, Amy MacLeod, City of Glasgow. 8, Erin Coulter, Hamilton Bath. And 9, Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swem. So the girls come up to the 50-metre mark. What looks to me like it's lane 5. Millie MacArthur, I think, is going to turn first there. But no, in fact, it's Melissa Turnbull. So I'll stand up so I can see lane 9. A bit blocked from the view there. So Melissa Turnbull there, 34.81. Millie MacArthur second. And Caris Mooney third at the halfway mark. But as the girls come down to the closing stages, they are not having it all their own way. Melissa Turnbull continuing to swim well over in lane 9, but I think she's been overtaken now by Caris Mooney, Honor McGeehan. And I think it's Honor, if she can hold this into the closing stages here, who's going to finish first. Indeed she does. 1:12.68. Louise Connell in second, 1:12.92. And Melissa Turnbull in third, 1:13.02. Just there we are, that's the results confirmed, as we now move on to Heat 7, the final heat of this event. And I'll just complete the results for event 101. The girls 17 to 18 400 metre freestyle. First place Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96. Second Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth. And third Hannah Lockington, Milngine Bears Den.
Oh, you've got awkward names for me, have you? Thank you very much. Sorry, I've got this. Yeah, I'll use that. So last heats, 7-0, Tamia Schultz, Dumfries, 1, Amy Hartness, also Dumfries, 2, Cecilia Smith, Grangemouth, 3, Kirsty Gilmore, Hamilton Bass, 4, Melissa Menney, East Kilbride, 5, Amber Stevenson, South Ayrshire, 6, Emma McGavin, Hamilton Bass, 7, Lizzie Doubleday, University of Stirling, 8, Anna Tichenko, City Glasgow, and 9, Emma Creaney from Cumbernauld. Quite a number of these swimmers also have entry times for age groups, so we'll see how this one goes. Good start in lane 4. Melissa Menney, 32.53. So Melissa with still that advantage in lane 2. Amy Hartness, Dumfries come through to get into the mix. Kirsty Gilmore in 3. Over on this side, finishing strongly, Emma Creaney from Cumbernauld. But the winner is certainly good to be with Melissa Menney. East Kilbride swimmer has this one well wrapped up. Second place looks to be Amy Hartness. Very close for third in lane 3. Kirsty Gilmore takes third. So 107.92, the winning time for Melissa. Amy 109.88, and third place Kirsty 110.09. So that concludes our backstroke. So we move on to 50s now. No 14 and unders swim at SNAGS at any 50 event, which has been reintroduced at SNAGS this year for the first time for about 8 years. It's all the other form strokes, 15 and over, are swimming that today. So we start with 8 heats of 50 butterfly. Good luck, lads. So the referees just get sorted and we're good to go.
This is the boys 50 butterfly. Reuben Pearson, Luca Chisholm, Ewan Green, Campbell McLean, Conor McCrory, Ada McCavish and Kieran Brown. Looks like Ada McCavish is in the lead. Also going well is Reuben Pearson. We'll see who gets the touch. Is Ada McCavish 31.66. Conor McCrory 32.41. And Kieran Brown 32.71. Unfortunately, disqualification there in lane 2 for a technical infraction.
And heats 2, lane 0, Callum Trainer, Andrew Brackenridge, Keegan Crombie, Arta Bondurieva, Nathan Finlay, Kia Sampson, Reese Edwards, Finlay Guidici, Cole Ashwood and Jack Trainer. And lane 7, Finlay Guidici, Looks like he's ahead of the field from the angle I have, but look at the screen, it's over in lane 0. Callum Traynor also swimming well there, but it was Rhys Edwards touched first, 30.97. Finlay Guidici, 30.98. And Callum Traynor in third, 31.18. There's your results, and we'll move on to heat 3.
Ewan Ward on 1, Alfie Churches 2, Roy Duncan 3, Roy Duncan 2, Joe Carty 3, Samuel Beetham 4, Caleb Geddes 5, Lewis Husson 6, Jude Mowbray 7, no one in lane 8, and Ben Waddle in 9. Too close to call at the moment. Possibly lane 1, Alfie Churches. And good swim here from Alfie, 29.70, breaking that 30-second mark. In second, Joe Carty, 30.61. Third, Samuel Beetham, 30.84.
And heat 4, lane 0, Dylan McShane, Matthew Lees, Finlay Sang, Harris Japp, Aidan Thompson, Abdi Mufti, Michael Winship, empty lane 7, Jack Doherty Simpson and Kia Campbell. I think it's the City of Glasgow swimmer, Finlay Sang, who has the lead as the boys go into the closing stages of this 50-metre race. And it is indeed lane 2. Finlay Sang finishing first there, 28.31. Second, Harris Japp, 39.05. And Jack Doherty Simpson, the Scotia swimmer, in 29.58 in third place. Just wait for the screen to confirm that for me. There we go, Finlay Sang, Harris Japp, Jack Doherty Simpson.
Heat 5, lane 1, Alex Tinch. 2, Ewan Watson. 3, Guy Pelosi. 4, Aaron Steele. 5, Rory Calvert. 6, Adam Money. 7, Eklavia Singh. 8, Nathan Lilly. 9, Fraser McIntosh. Very close at the moment, possibly Guy Pelosi, his nose in front, also going well. Ewan Watson, and we'll see who gets the touch here. And this Guy Pelosi, 29.54. Ewan Watson, 29.55, just 100 behind there. And in third place, we'll just wait till that's confirmed, Eklavia Singh, 29.58.
Heat 6, lane 0 through to 9, Ben Caldwell, Blair McKean, Marcus Blake, Max Pelosi, Benji Jeffries, Callum McLaughlin, Kyle Wong, Robbie Carlisle, Caden McLaughlin and Lex Garrett. Lex Garrett here over closer to me in lane 9, swimming well. It's pretty much as they come into the closing stages, or it's going to be over in the centre of the pool. Lane 5, beg your pardon, lane 3, Max Pelosi, first 28.06, Benji Jeffries 28.12, And third place, Kyle Wong, 28.96. Subject to that being officially confirmed. Wait for the screen to clear there. There we go, that's the confirmation. Max Pelosi, Benji Jeffries, Kyle Wong.
Seat 7, 0 Cole Morrison, 1 Ewan McLeod, 2 Alex Black, 3 Ben Montgomery, 4 Rory Webster, 5 Logan van der Meulen, 6 Dean Bergatti, 7 Tom Jeffords, 8 Adam Thompson, 9 Kai Connolly. Looking good in the middle lanes there, Logan van der Meulen, Rory Webster. Looks as if it might be Logan who's going to take this. It is Logan just by a fraction, 27.73, Rory Webster 27.79, 28.30 Adam Thompson, and third.
And final heat here, lane 0 through to 9. Ben King, Scott Fleming, Lewis Gray, Adam Scott, Finlay Nelson, Greer van der Meulen, empty lane 6, Dylan Cashmore, Cameron Shaw and Ethan Stewart. Pretty difficult to tell who's got the lead here. Looks to me pretty much in a line there in the centre, but I think it's going to be, beg your pardon there, Finlay Nelson, the Dumfries swimmer, 26.34, beg your pardon. Second place, Dylan Cashmore. The screen clears there, 26.68. Adam Scott in third, 26.73.
It's a girls 50 metre butterfly, 1 Rachel McGowan Hamilton, 2 Megan McDonald Stirling, 3 Amelie McCusker Glasgow, 4 Eva Brackenridge Cumbernauld, 6 Monica Muir Rutherglen, 7 Eva Murray Airdrie Moncton. Good start by Amelie McCusker, swimming very well, quick off the blocks, and she's kept it going. That's pretty close for second. It could be a girl outside her, Eva Brackenridge. But Amelie McCusker has taken this one out strongly, and she takes it at 32.08. Second, Eva Brackenridge, 33.49. Third, Eva Murray, 33.52.
And heat 2, lane 0, Lucy Robinson, empty lane 1. Then lanes 2 through to 9, Victoria Niven, Addison Cole, Hannah Anderson, Kezia McCappin, Evan McCauley, Inga Cummings, Holly Hopkins, and Grace McElrain. Girls pretty much on the line as they come up to the halfway mark of this 50 metres. But I think beginning to edge ahead. Now at the centre of the pool there. Lane 5, Kezia McCappin, the Falkirk swimmer, and she's going to take this in a time of 33.24, Addison Cole 34.08, and Hannah Anderson 34.21, subject to the board confirming those results. We'll just wait for that to clear. Wait for the results there. We'll go back to some results from earlier heats. Events, beg your pardon. Event 102, boys 11 to 13, 100 metre backstroke. First, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow, Angus Wood second, Kintyre, and Lance McMahon, Helensburgh third. Boys 14-year-olds, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld 1, 2 and 3. There's the confirmation of the results for the girls' second heat. There was a disqualification in lane... Beg your pardon, in lane 0 for a technical infraction.
I was looking at heat 3.
We are missing somebody in lane 3.
Seat 3, 0 Erin Collins, 1 Lucy McLeod, 2 Chloe Henry, 4 Emma Barrowman, 5 Anna Lee, 6 Sophie Allison, 7 Lucy Kellis, 8 Millie MacArthur, and 9 Erin Ferris. Oh, no swimmer in lane. Alright, lane 9 looking strong here. Erin Ferris also going well in 5. Anna Lee. I think Anna might take the touch. She does, 32.02. Erin Ferris, 32.38. Lucy McLeod, 32.71. And there is our official result on the boards.
So fourth heat, no swimmer in 3, 0 to 2, Emma Miller, Joanna Calder, Millie Barton, 4 to 9, Isla Dobson, Sky Buchanan, Kayla Chan, Caris Mooney, Susie Smith, Kerry Sinnott. Good start, Joanna Calder, had a good freestyle swim earlier. She's going well in lanes 1. Isla Dobson in lane 4, going well. 31.90 or better is what some of these swimmers are looking for. In lane 7, also there, and 2. That was Isla Dobson, 32.23. Kerry Sinnott in second place, 32.27. Sky Buchanan, City Glasgow, 32.32. Might get some of these swimmers some consideration times, not qualifying times though.
And heat 5, lane 0, Sophie Steele, Mirren Gibb, Tiana Greenshields, Millie Colvin, Cara Gumbrell, Georgia Reid, Lauren Stewart, Sophia McGinley, Anna McGeehan, and Catherine Simpson. Not much between the girls at the moment, but as we come into the closing stages, Oh, pretty tight there, all on the touch, but it was. So my screen's not working at the moment. Sophia McGinley, 32.22. Cara Gumbrell, 32.23. 1/100th of a second between the two girls there in first and second. And Anna McGeehan touching in third, 32.57.
This is heat 6. No swimmer in 0. 1, Melissa Menny, East Kilbride. 2, Ava Gallagher, I should say. 3, Ellie McNair. 4, Emma Craney. 5, Eva Gordon. 6, Emma Selcock. 7, Alana Wilson. 8, Caitlin Frame. 9, Thea Glenn. Looks like lanes 5 and 6, Eva Gordon, Emma Selcock coming through strongly as well. And 8, Caitlin Frame. We'll see who gets a touch here. It is Caitlin Frame. 39.3 for Caitlin. Eva Gordon, 31.08. Emma Selcock in third place, 31.81.
So now to the more sedate 200 breaststroke. Full house in our first heat. So it's 200 butterfly. 50 butterfly. My apologies. Sarah Stewart, Abby Barnsdale, Anne Tushenko, Georgia Dickey, Amber Stevenson, Zoe Crawford, Kirsty Gilmore, Emma Leggett, Brooke Rogerson, and Lexi McCappin. And it's lane 5 perhaps. Zoe Crawford, 30.37. Kirsty Gilmore, 30.69, takes second. And Georgia Dickey, 31.04. That's a 1, 2, 3. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. That was the last butterfly event. We now go to the more sedate breaststroke. It's the boys' 200 breasts, 6 heats. Good luck, lads.
And we move on to event 106. This is the boys' 200 metre breaststroke. We have 6 heats. This is heat 1 in the pool. Lane 0, Gordon McGregor, Kilmarnock. 1, Jensen Basketer, Renfrew Bath. 2, Conor McNaught, Grangemouth. 3, Rhys McMillan, Renfrew Bath. 4, Logan Moffat, Kirkconnellan. Empty lane 5. 6, Matthew Jack, Renfrew Bath. 7, Craig Hartley, City of Glasgow. And 8, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. So 200 metre breaststroke. And the boys are just coming up to the turn after the first 50. It's Rhys McMillan, 43.25. Matthew Jack in behind him and Logan Moffat in behind him. So the qualification time here at for SNAGS is 3:10:30 for most of these boys, as they all fall into the 11 to 13-year-old age bracket. And it is lane 3. Rhys McMillan, who continues to lead the field. He has a pretty good lead here. Several body lengths ahead of Matthew Jack in second. And Logan Moffat continues to be in third as the boys come up to the halfway mark. Rhys turning there in a time of 1:32.62, 1:35 and 1:38 for Matthew and Logan respectively. That's your 1, 2 and 3 at the halfway mark. City of Glasgow swimmer Craig Hartley, however, beginning to make a move on the top 3 boys there. First 3 boys. I think he's probably overtaken Logan. Logan in lane 4. So Rhys is a 13-year-old from Renfrew Baths. His entry time here 3:20.83. Qualification, as I said, 3:10.30 for the nationals coming up. It looks to me like, Rhys McMillan first, Matthew Jack second, and indeed the City of Glasgow swimmer Craig Hartley has moved up into third place ahead of Logan Moffat at the 150 metre mark. So what's going to happen as we come into the closing stages? Craig really beginning to hunt down second place there, coming up, trying to get up alongside Matthew Jack. Looks like he's succeeding. Can Matthew keep him off? He'll see what's happening on the other side of him there. But Craig is swimming really strongly here. We've got about 10 metres to go. What can Craig do? It looks like he's going to overtake, and it's going to be Craig who touches first here, alongside Matthew Jack in second, and Rhys McMillan in third. I don't think the times are quite right on the board that I've got at the moment. So we'll just wait for the official results as the boys all come in to finish their 200 metre breaststroke this morning. So the board will clear for us in just a moment. Here we go. Craig Hartley 3:16.10, Matthew Jack 3:16.82, and Rhys McMillan 3:18.25.
Okay, this is heat 2, lane 0, Joshua Cumming from Bellsill, 1, Hamish Maxwell, South Ayrshire, no swimmer in 2, 3, Jacob Taylor, Grangemouth, 4, Aviv Dotan, Ren 96, 5, Kieran Brown, City of Glasgow, 6, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde, 7, Finlay Morris, Inverclyde, 8, Angus Woods from Kintyre. We have some other results to announce. 15-year-old boys, 100 back, and third Tom Jeffords, Ren 96, second Alex Tinch, Stirling, first Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bass. 100 back 16-year-old boys, third Benji Jeffries, South Ayrshire, second Adam Scott, Ren 96, first Logan van der Meulen from Stirling Swim. 70-year-old 100 metre backstroke, third Jack Simpson, Heathcote Bride, second Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim, first Greer van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. The girls 11 to 13, 100 back, third Abby Henderson, Rutherglen, second Amber Hinton, Dumfries, first Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. And the girls 14-year-olds 100 back, third Lisa McNair, Grangemouth, second Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow, first Evie Mackey from Lanark. Okay, back in the pool, over the first 100 metres, it's Angus Woods. 1:29.33. So just underneath that 1:30 mark. Angus's entry is 3:15.02. And he's 13-year-old from Kintyre. Okay. So he'll be aiming for a time of 3:10.3 for the qualification. Looks as if he's already got a consideration for SNAGS. Now come out well in lane 5, Kieran Brown as well. He's in second place. So Angus Woods 2:17 at that turn, 2:19 Kieran Brown. Third, a couple of seconds behind Blake Herdman. It's Angus Woods in lane 8, who is well clear now. So 3:10.30 is the automatic qualification for SNAGS. So Angus will have that in mind. Does have a consideration, so we'll be hoping to get that swim anyway, but we'll see if he can get close to that 3:10. As we come up to the 3-minute mark, I think he's going to do it. And he does. Look at this. 3:05.55, Angus Woods. In second, Kieran Brown, 3:08.26. And in third, Hamish Maxwell, 3:08.99. So looks like Hamish in third there. SNAGS consideration. Move on to heat 3.
So third of the heats. In lane 0, Blair Wilson, Stirling Swim. 1, George Zivaniski from Stranraer Stingrays. 2, Luke Chisholm, round 96. 3, Luke Bryson, Western Bartonshire. 4 is Cameron Hamill, North Ayrshire. 5, Callan Forsyth, South Ayrshire. 6 is Ryan Crabb, round 96. 7, Riley Griffin, Adrian Monklands. 8, Keir Campbell, Grangemouth. And 9, Kenneth Traynor, East Kilbride. Now 2:57 and 2:47 are the mark for the 14-15-year-olds. All these swimmers are over 3-minute entry times. One swimmer, Ryan Crabb, in lane 6, 3:02.70. He's 13. He already has a qualifying time, Ryan, for age groups. He's in lane 6, lying about third at the moment. At lane 2, the West East swimmer, Luke Byron, 3:02.42, going pretty well. Nice advantage at the halfway mark. Pretty close second, third and fourth. Riley Griffin, Ryan Crabb and Callan Forsyth. 1:23.93. So if we can get a 1:30 return, then that gives them an opportunity of at least getting a consideration time. 2:54.60 is a consideration time for 15-year-olds. I don't see him getting a 2:47. But let's see how he goes down this third stretch. Ryan Crabb, the youngster from Wren, in the black cap, now moving into second place. So we'll see the 50 split. 47.77. Well, he's really going to pick up something a bit special. A 42.43 time for this last 50, which I don't think he maybe manage 2:54.60 is the consideration time for 15-year-olds. Ryan Crabb, the youngster from Wren, now possibly just second. Kenneth Traynor from East Kilbride, 14-year-old. He needs a 2:57.20. Oh, he's going to be pretty close to that. Over on that far side. Luke takes that. Ryan second, and in third place was Kenneth Traynor. So well done, Kenneth. You've improved your time a little bit. That now will give you a consideration time. 3:05.50 was the consideration time for Kenneth, and he's inside that, so that might get him a swim if there's not a big inch in the breaststroke at age groups.
And we move on to Heat 4, Lane 0, Finley Byrne, Falkirk. 1, Clark Malcolm Gill, Inverclyde. 2, Cameron Gill, Grangemouth. 3, Andrew Brackenridge, Cumbernauld. 4, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. 5, Aaron Machin, City of Glasgow. His teammate Oscar Mugan Sharrett swims in lane 6. 7, Nathan Finley, Grangemouth. 8, Joe Jameson, South Ayrshire. And 9, Joe Crawford, Scotia. So the boys are coming up to the turn after the first 50. And it is the Fraser van der Meulen from Stirling Swim who turns first there, 36.70. We've seen Fraser in action already this morning, very successfully. And behind Fraser, Andrew Brackenridge and Cameron Gill, the Grangemouth swimmer, in third place. But Fraser there's no doubt who's the leader at the moment. As we come up to the halfway mark, it's Fraser van der Meulen. In behind him, Cameron Gill has got himself up into second, with a battle going on for third as Fraser turns there at the halfway mark, 1:18.96. So Fraser already has his qualifying time for SNAGS, as does Aaron Machin. They're in lane 5. Aaron beginning to make a move now. We can see him coming up on the shoulders of Cameron Gill. Can't quite see what's happening in lane 9 though. Joe Crawford swimming well. He did turn third there at the halfway mark. So he'll be looking to gain ground on Fraser. They're in lane 4 as the boys come up to the final turn. I think it's going to be Fraser, Aaron, and then Joe turning 1, 2, and 3. In fact, sorry, Cameron Gill in second place. He's holding off Aaron Machin there, who was in third, and Joe in fourth. There is absolutely no doubt who's going to win this, I think. I think Fraser's just got too much ground between him and Cameron Gill. Cameron is holding off Aaron there, as Cameron is in second place as we come into the closing stages. Joe is continuing to swim well here, but I don't think he's going to catch Aaron, as Fraser finishes first, Cameron second, and Aaron third. Finishing times there for the boys. Fraser 1:48.73, Cameron Gill 2:52.42, and Aaron Machin 2:53.27. And we move on to Heat 5.
Just waiting on confirmation of that, maybe 1 or 2 times, just getting double check. We're on adjusted time for lane 6, Theo 393. And also disqualification in that last heat, lane 1, for a technical infraction. So now to our next heat. Heat 5.
This is heat 5. Lane 1, David Landman, City of Glasgow. 2, Eklavia Singh, Scotia. 3, Harry Keogh, Ray 96. 4, Luke Scott, Dumfries. 5, Scott Fleming, East Kilbride. 6, Adam Hill, Stilling Swim. 7, Yusuf Ibrahim from City of Glasgow. 8, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 9, Kyle Connolly from City of Glasgow. Entry times here ranging from 2:43.6 through to 2:50. Again, a mixture of ages from 14 through to 17 in this heat. Very good start in lane 5 by Scott Fleming. Really taking this one on. Scott's entry 2:45.59. So at the moment, he's actually just sitting outside the consideration for SNAGS, which is 2:44.10, and qualification 2:37.20. So Scott, quickest over the first 100 here, 1:14.82. And second, it's Harry Keogh, 1:18.03. Harry is the 16-year-old from Ray 96, so he's aiming for 2:44.00 for qualification. This moment sitting in a 2:46.75. Already has a consideration time, which is 2:49.90. Scott Fleming really going for it here. He looks as if he's having an excellent swim. Coming into his final turn, 1:55.53. So he's opened up a bit of clear water here between himself and Harry. About 6 seconds. Harry 2:01.18, and then a second back, Kyle Connolly 2:02.98. So Scott Fleming here, 2:44.10 is the target for that automatic qualification for SNAGS. 15 metres to go. 2:24 as he comes towards the flags. Scott Fleming, swimming as a 17-year-old from East Kilbride, and he's going to touch home here safely in 2:38.37 for Scott. Second place, 2:43.53, so 2:37.20 was the automatic qualification. Excuse me, it was 2:44.10, so safe consideration for Scott there. For SNAGS, Harry Keogh 2:43.53 in second. Kyle Connolly 2:46.47. That's our official 1, 2, 3.
And we move on to the final heat. We have 0, Ethan Collins, Bellsill Sharks. 1, Connor Stewart, Stirling Swim. 2, Rory Webster, Dumfries. 3, Craig Shaw, Lanark. 4, Lewis Gray, Inverclyde. 5, Thomas Traynor, East Kilbride. 6, Luke Garrity, Inverclyde. 7, Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire. 8, Finlay Zhang from City Glasgow. And 9, Aidan McCavish from Bo'ness. Well, times of 2:31 through to 2:43. 2:31, Lewis Gray, he already has a time for SNAGS, so let's see if we can look at some of the other swimmers, but further down. Luke Garrity, also in third place, has a time for SNAGS. On the far side, Connor Stewart, Stirling swimmer, 18-year-old. He's got to get 2:37.20s in at a 2:41. So that's one that it's a bit more prominent to look at in this heat, since a lot of these swimmers already have qualifying times. Lewis Gibson in second place, 2:40.70. Well inside the consideration qualifying time as well. So on to our final length. Well, Connor Stewart 2:02.45 at that 150. Needs to find something really special to get a time to get him a guaranteed swim. Aid McCavish in lane 9, a bit further back. Coming into the final few metres, Thomas Traynor is going to take this pretty comfortably. 2:33.51, lane 7. Lewis Gibson takes second, and in floor, Lewis Gray. 2:38.84 for Lewis. That's Lewis Gibson, and the other Lewis Gray, 2:41.57, takes third place. Okay, that completes the boys. We're going to move on to the girls 200 breast.
So as Robert says, we're now moving on to event 107, a turn of the girls, 200 metre breaststroke. We have 6 heats in this event this morning, and this is heat 1. So lane 0, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 1, Eva Kay, East Kilbride. 2, Ailey Melrose, Inverclyde. 3, Hannah McCaig, South Ayrshire. 4, Niamh McGregor, Kilmarnock. 5, Madison Smith, South Ayrshire. 6, Susanna Curran, Kilmarnock. 7, Amy McCready, Bells Hill. 8, Ada Brodin, Wren 96. And 9, Jenny Maguire, Hamilton Bath. So the youngest swimmers here, 13, several 13-year-olds in this heat. And we have entry times ranging from 3:16 to 3:21. So 13-year-olds will be chasing down times 3:18 for consideration, 3:09 for qualifying. 14-year-olds 3:11 consideration, 3:04 for qualifying. And our 15-year-olds in the pool 3:06 for consideration and 2:59 for a qualifying time. And it is lane 8 who's leading the field as we come down to the halfway mark. The Wren 96 swimmer, Ada Brodin, the 15-year-old, her entry time 3:18.77. In second place is the Bells Hill swimmer, Amy McCready. And in third, over on the other side of the pool, in lane 2, it's the Inverclyde swimmer, Ailey Melrose. So Ada's time there after the first 100, 129.76, Amy 131.26, and Ailey Melrose 133.41. As Ada Brodin continues in first place, Amy in second, in behind her. Ailey continues in third. Susanna Curran, I beg your pardon. Looks like she's trying to get on par with Ailey. Just watch there the girls' turn for the final turn. It's Ada Brodin first, Amy McCready in second. Susanna Curran has got herself ahead of Ailey Melrose. So we'll see if Ailey realises what's happened and what she can do in the final 50 metres here. As the Bells Hill Shark swimmer comes up alongside Ada Brodin. It's Amy McCready. So can Ada respond to that challenge there? It looks like it is going to be a bit of a battle here. And Ailey Melrose, I think, has seen the threat for her third place. She has responded over there in lane 2, and it's the Bells Hill Shark swimmer who's going to touch first here, followed by Ren 96 and Inverclyde third. So that's Amy McCready, Ada Brodin, Ailey Melrose are your 1, 2 and 3. Just have a look at the times there for these girls. Yeah, there we are, the official results: 3:10.76 for Amy, 3:11.32 for Ada and Ailey, 3:14.14. So Amy's got a... So as I was saying there, the finishing time there for Amy gives her a consideration time for SNAGS in a couple of weeks' time, and we move on to Heat 2. I'll pass you over to Robert.
So on to our second heat. 0, Sophie Mooney, City Glasgow. 1, Ada East, Stirling Swim. 2, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 3, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 4 is Lula Milne, City Glasgow. 5, Ennis Scott, Stirling Swim. 6, Sophie Gibbons, Ogambia Sten. 7, Eva Steele, Falkirk Otter. 8, Katie Wilson, Bells Hill Sharks. 9, Iona Little from Grangemouth. Times in this: 3:12 through to 3:16. So the qualifying time for the 12 and 13-year-olds who are in this one is 3:09.8 and 3:04.2 for the 14-year-olds. We won't worry about the older ones, a lot faster, and it will be a big ask for them to get qualifying times. Consideration times are in a sort of 3:06, 3:04 range for 15 and 16s. Over on the far side, Sophie Mooney, City Glasgow, going well. Also in the middle lanes, 3 and 4, Amber Hinton, Lula Milne. So 1:30.05, 1:30.16 and 61 respectively. So we're certainly pacing quite a bit over 3 minutes for these swimmers. Now Lula Milne, 12-year-old, Amber Hinton, 13-year-old, in lanes 4 and 5. 3:09.80 is their target. That might be well achievable. Sophie Mooney, 14-year-old, City Glasgow, is 3:04.20. That may well be a big ask, but the consideration time, 3:11.60, is probably within our reach. So we've got 50 to go. Amber looks as though she maybe just hit the front. She has indeed, 2:19.84. She got much faster 50 there, 48.68, whereas Lula was 50.21 and Sophie 50.14. So just keep our eye on the clock here. 3:09.80 is the time for Amber. So if she can come back, certainly sub 50 seconds, she'll be guaranteed a swim if she wishes to enter the 200 breast, which I'm sure she'd be keen to do. Finishing very strongly indeed. So Dumfries Lass has had a cracking second half. Nice fast stroke. And that will get her time. Well done. 3:07.94. Lovely swim from Amber. Lola, 3:11.89. Well, that's well inside the consideration time. A good consideration time for her. And Sophie also just misses out 3:12.46 on the consideration time. A pretty good swim nevertheless, improving by a few seconds. Ava Steele a bit further down, 3:18.22 in 7th. Actually inside the consideration time, so she might get a swim if she enters this.
This is Heat 3, Lane 0, Amy McGregor, Western Bartonshire. 1, Grace Blair, Falkirk. 2, Emily Chong, City of Glasgow. 3, Alice Jones, South Ayrshire. 4, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. 5, Lucy McLeod, Grangemouth. 6, Amelia Priegel from Bellshill. 7, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. 8, Lauren Peckover, North Ayrshire. And 9, Natasha McNeil from Rutherglen. So the ages here ranging from 13 through to 17. So for the 13-year-olds, so Grace in lane 1, just outside that, 3:10.4 in her entry. And for the 14-year-olds, qualifications 3:04.2. 15-year-olds 2:59.10, 16 2:57.60, 17 18 2:53.70. Of course, we've got the considerations as well, which some of the swimmers have already got, but we're trying to improve on that. Some swimmers chasing these times. So all to swim for here. Good start in lane 3, Alice Jones. So Alice quickest over the first 100s, 47.96. Sorry, that's the last 50. First 100, 1:30.77. So Alice's entry, 3:08.00. She's already got a consideration time, which is 3:11.60. Qualification is 3:04.2, so that'll be a tall order to make that. We'll see how she goes. Coming through in lane 2 now, Emily Chong, 15-year-old from City of Glasgow. Still Alice Jones in front here. She comes to her final turn. So 2:18.57, so she just improved a little bit on that last 50. Second place, Emily Chong, about exactly 3 seconds behind Alice at the moment. Olivia Russell in third, 2:22. So it's Alice Jones out in front. Very good swim here. Excellent swim in this 200 breaststroke. Making a strong finish here in lane 7. Olivia Russell from Cumbernauld coming through now to try and snatch that second spot. But Alice Jones, 3:04.2, just outside the 3:04.2 automatic qualification, but We'll just wait for these times to appear. 3:06.57 for Alice Jones. I believe it was Olivia Russell in second, but we'll wait to get the official confirmation of results. So there we have it. Alice Jones, 3:06.57. Olivia Russell, 3:11.52. And just a hundredth behind, Grace Blair, 3:11.53.
We have full house in this one. 0, Hannah Lindsay, Hamilton Bass. 1, Victoria Weir, Falkirk Otter. 2, Eve McElwam, East Kilbride. 3, Gina Wren, City Glasgow. 4, Orla McCarty, Inverclyde. 5, Tara Montgomery, Stirling Swim. 6, Louise Connell, City Glasgow. 7, Emma Chambers, Cumbernauld. 8, Kimberly Willis, South Ayrshire. And 9, Sky Buchanan, City of Glasgow. 303s through to 306s. So we have 309s and 304s for 13 and 14-year-olds in this one. The 13 and 14-year-olds both actually have times entered that are actually faster. That's Honor and Gina in 4 and 3. So we'll look at Tara Montgomery, 17-year-old. 3:03.70. She needs 3:00.80 as a consideration time. Does Tara? At the moment it's on McCarty. Four after swimmers all tightly bunched, 7 and 8, close to Emma Chambers and Kimberly Willis. Turning 4th and 3rd, Eve McElwam. East Kilbride swimmer, 16-year-old. She needs a 3:04.40 to get a consideration time entered on a 3:05. So she's going pretty well in lane 2. Louise Connell in 6, making a move. Again, Louise has got to get literally around a 3-minute mark to get a consideration time. Well, we're pretty certain Honor's going to win this one. Let's look at some of the swimmers that are looking for times in this one. Eve McElwam, if she can come back around about 45 seconds. That will get her certainly a consideration time. 2:57.60 is probably a big ask for Eve. In lane 6, Louise Connell turned on a 2:16, and Louise also needs to get inside 3:04. Honor McCarty is going to win this. Gina Wren in second. Both these girls have, as I say, times for snags in this event. Let's look at Louise and Eve's time. So 3:03.98. That will get Louise inside the consideration time. And well, Eve did a PB by 100th of a second, but sadly just misses out on a consideration time by just over half a second.
And so we move on to Heat 5, the penultimate heat of this event, 107. Lane 0, Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries. 2, Katie Broadfoot, South Ayrshire. 2, Daisy McInnes, City of Glasgow. 4, Cara White, Ren 96. 4, Ava Ross, City of Glasgow. 5, Millie Barton, Bells Hill Shark. 6, Zoe Matchett, North Ayrshire. 7, Neve Quinn, Kintyre. 8, Rebecca Strachan, City of Glasgow. And 9, Katie Gillis, Renfrew Bath. So this is a mixture of 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds here, with their times ranging from 2:55.90 to 3:02.40. And after the first 50 metres, it's Ava Ross, 38.41, Daisy McInnes second, and Cara White in third. Over there in lane 2, Cara White swimming well. So I beg your pardon, that's Daisy McInnes coming to catch up, get on the shoulders of Ava Ross, both from City of Glasgow, South Ayrshire swimmer. Katie Broadfoot going to get up there. She's going to turn, I think, in third, just ahead of Neve Quinn from Kintyre. Ava's time at the halfway mark, 1:23.25. Daisy McInnes, 1:23.91. Katie Broadfoot, 1:25.38. So that's your position at the halfway mark. Let's see what's going to happen in the second half of this race, as Ava Ross appears to be making... Sorry, I beg your pardon. Let's rephrase that. Ava Ross appears to be getting herself well ahead of the field there as the girls come up to the final turn. So she has... Yes, she's going to turn first, ahead of her teammate Daisy McInnes. Ava's time 2:07.72, Daisy's 2:09.78, and Katie Broadfoot in third, with Neve Quinn in fourth. So the positions have not changed going into the final turn there. Let's see what the girls have got as they have turned and head for home. So Ava Ross continuing to swim well here. Ava is 14 years of age. She needs 3:11.60 for consideration, 3:04.20. So she's okay as she comes in to touch first there. 2:53.11. Her teammate Daisy McInnes 2:55.85, and Katie Broadfoot 2:59.18, with the Kintyre swimmer Neve Quinn coming in fourth, 3:00.84. So Neve will be pleased with that. She's got a consideration time there. Here we are, there's the results. Ava Ross, Daisy McInnes, Katie Broadfoot, 1, 2 and 3. The girls will be pleased with their times this morning as we move on to the final heat of this event before we start with the 800 metre freestyle.
Sixth and final heat, lane 0, Katie Towers, Lanark. 1, Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth. 2, Catriona Stewart, Western Bartonshire. 3, Evie Mackey, Lanark. 4, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. 5, Perry Scobie, Stirling Swim. 6, Rebecca Cole, Hamilton. 8, Leah Bullock, East Kilbride. 7, Leah Bullock, East Kilbride. 8, Ellie McNair, Mackay Bearsden. 9, Mirren Gibb from Dumfries. A range of ages again here. Eva Mackey in 3 is 14. And then we have Katie Towers and Mirren Gibb, 15. Ailey Robertson, Perry Scobie, Rebecca Cole, 16, along with Ailey McNair. And Ava Kirkham, Leah Bullock, 17, Catriona Stewart, 18. So all swimming for different times according to what they need for consideration and qualification. Some of these swimmers have already qualified quite easily for their SNAGS event, but in here for an additional swim. So it looks like Ailey Robertson just in the lead here over Evie Mackey. It's the halfway mark, 1:18.33 and 1:19, so pretty close. Better turn there by Ailey Robertson. Ailey's entry is 2:40.20. So she's already secured her SNAGS place. Evie Mackey in second, 14 from Lanark, also secured a SNAGS place. So some of the swimmers behind will be chasing these times. In third place at the moment it looks like Leah Bullock. Or actually it's probably Perry Scobie now in 5. So Perry Scobie, a Stirling swimmer. Now coming through in this length. Still Ailey Robertson in the lead, 1:59.39. Evie Mackey, 2:01.74. Perry Scobie, 2:06.74. So Ailey stretching out here, looking very strong. 2:40.2 is Ailey's entry. Evie Mackey's entry time is 2:48.34. Don't think Ailey will be challenging that entry, but still a strong swim here as she comes under the flags. So Ailey Robertson takes that, 2:42.67. Evie Mackey, 2:46.82. So a good couple of seconds under entry for Evie. Leah Bullock, 2:51.56. Just outside that entry. That's our 1, 2, 3. Next event will be our boys 800 metre freestyle. There are 3 heats in this event.
So this is event 108. This is the boys 800 metre freestyle. We have 3 heats of this boys event. This will be the final swim for them this morning in this 2-day meet here. So heat 1, lane 0, Jack Kivlihan, Ren 96, 1, Sam Curry, South Ayrshire, alongside his teammate Jasper Broom. In lane 2, lane 3, Blair Wilson, Stirling Swim. 4, Ewan McMahon, Falkirk Otter. 5, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow, teammate Andrew Patterson goes in lane 6. 7, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. 8, George Shibnowski from Stranraer. And lane 9, Leighton Bonner, Inverclyde. So the youngest swimmer here is the Ren 96 swimmer, Jack Kivlihan. He's 12. Over there in lane 0. And Ewan McMahon is the Falkirk Otter swimmer. He's 16 in this event. So after the first 100 metres, it is Cole Murphy, the City of Glasgow swimmer, the 14-year-old. In first place, Ewan McMahon in second, and Blake Herdman in third. So let's just have a look at the times here. So our 11 to 13 year olds for qualifying time, they'll be chasing 10:38.60. 14 year old, make sure I'm reading this correctly, 9:52.10. 15, 9:38.60, and our 16 year old 9:22.30. So after the first 150, it is the City of Glasgow swimmer Cole Murphy who continues to lead the field. Ewan McMahon from Falkirk Otter in second. And then it's lane 7, Blake Herdman in third as the boys come up to complete the first 200. Just turn away from the pool for a moment and announce some results for event 105. That's the girls' 15-year-old 50-metre butterfly. First place, Emma Silkirk, Falkirk Otter. Second, Anna Chachenko, City of Glasgow. And third, Anna Lee, Stirling Swim. The girls' 16-year-old from Falkirk Otter in first place, Zoe Crawford. Second, Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth. And third, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries. And the girls' 17 to 18-year-old age group, the Hamilton Bath swimmer Kirsty Gilmore in first place, Amber Stevenson from South Ayrshire in second, and Emma Leggett from Hamilton Bath in third.
Let me do the middle bit and you do the last 200.
So approaching the 300 mark, give you an idea on pace for this one. As Jackie says, all these swimmers well over 10 minutes entry time, so hopefully we'll see some good improvements. So it's the 14-year-old Cole Murphy, still with a nice advantage over the rest of the field. 3:44.37 at that 300 mark. He's pacing pretty steadily now around the 78-second mark. Cole still well ahead in second place as Ewan McMahon, Blake Herman and Andrew Patterson very close to one another. So pacing somewhere in the sort of mid-10 teens here. Cole has an entry time 10:22.20, 10:15.60 is actually the consideration time, which I think is probably the one that's a bit more achievable for Cole here. Halfway mark, 5:02.35. So his pacing is pretty steady at 78, so that would give him a time probably just inside that 10:15.60. And you often find with the distance events, maybe not quite so oversubscribed at national age groups, that a consideration time will actually get you a swim. 9:52.10 is the time you would have to do to get a confirmed swim, which trust me, he's not good to do today. Blake Herdman, 13-year-old from Inverclyde, 10:38.60, and Blake I think is pacing pretty well to get inside that. Going pretty nicely as the youngster from Inverclyde. 6:20.98. So just need to pick the pace up a wee bit, Cole. Blake's round about 10 seconds or so further back, so that would probably give Blake finish time maybe somewhere just inside 10:30, and 10:38.60 is the qualifying time, so that would give the lad from Inverclyde guaranteed swim. Andrew Patterson, the City of Glasgow swimmer, also a 13-year-old. He's got a similar time, 10:39, so he's got to just go a little bit faster also to get a time. Both these boys pretty well together, and that's good for both of them, pull one another along. Hugh McMahon has dropped back, so I think it's all about third and fourth here for qualifying times, and possible consideration time for Cole Murphy, 7:39.35.
The same caliber of Okay, so we've still got Cole leading the field. He's going to need to just keep up the pace and a little bit more if he hopes to finish on a qualifying time for this event for SNAGS. We can see the lap card there. He's got 3 lengths to go. They're in the centre of the pool. He's turned there at a time of 8:17.33. Andrew Patterson in behind him and Blake Herdman in third. These boys' times 8:17, 8:24 and 8:25 respectively. Oh, sorry Robert, I'm going to need to stand. Cole is certainly swimming well here. He's a substantial lead, as Robert said. Blake Herdman on the shoulders of Andrew Patterson. I think the battle's definitely going to be for second place here, as all 3 boys, Cole Murphy, Andrew Patterson, Blake Herdman, all hear the bell. They know they have 2 lengths to go. Okay. So Cole just needs to keep this pace going to get himself inside the consideration time for this event. Always a little bit more difficult when you're swimming on your own. But I'm sure he has a race plan and knows what he's doing, having discussed that with his coach. The 2 boys pretty much on par with each other at the moment, Andrew and Blake. So Andrew and Blake need to get the finish time here inside 10:30. As the boys have all turned and are now heading for home. It is Cole Murphy who's going to lead this field home with a substantial lead from second place, which I think is going to be Andrew Patterson, his teammate, who has an advantage, but Blake is fighting back. Oh, this is all going to be down to the wire here as Cole Murphy finishes there, but Andrew's managed to hold off Blake, and it's Andrew in second and Blake in third. Finishing times there, 10:11.51 for Cole Murphy, 10:16.33 Andrew, and Blake 10:16.98. Cole gets himself a consideration time there. Andrew and Blake getting themselves a qualifying times. Well done to all 3 of them. As we're watching the swimmers come in to finish their 800 metres. They'll be looking forward to their rest now before the afternoon session starts for them. As Jack Kivlehen comes in to finish, and George Zipnowski finishes his race there, we will move on to Heat 2.
So this is heat 2 of the 800 freestyle. No swimmer in 0. Lane 1, Callum Trainer, Stirling Swim. Lane 2, Dylan meets Shane, City of Glasgow. 3, Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride. 4, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. 5, Seamus Barbary, East Kilbride. 6, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. 7, Nikolai Sinsnit from City of Glasgow. 8, Caleb Geddes from Bells Hill. Good start in lane 3, Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride swimmer, 16-year-old. Also going well in 7, Nikolai, but it's pretty close across the pool in these early stages. The 100-metre mark. It is 105.64 for leader Tyler Stewart. So entries here range from 9.55 through to 10.15. A few different age categories again. Nikolai in 7 is 13-year-old, so he's the youngest in the field. Looks as if Nikolai's already got his SNAGS qualification. As has Kyle Harper. Or maybe just actually slight outside qualification, but a safe consideration at the moment. A 9.56, he's chasing a 9.52.1 for automatic qualification in the 14-year-old category. So it's now lanes 3 and 5, Tyler Stewart and Seamus Barbary, 2 East Kilbride swimmers, neck and neck at the 200-metre mark. 2:17.78, 2:18.01, so really nothing in it between these two swimmers. So Tyler is 16, Seamus is 17. Third place is still Nikolai in lane 7. So turning there at the 250 mark, Seamus Barbary sped up a little bit in that last length there, a second up on the previous 50, so he's making a move down that stretch. Tyler Stewart now pushed into second, but these two boys are well clear of the rest of the field. Approaching the 300-metre mark. Seamus Barbary's now moved, well, he's still in the lead, I should say. He's holding that lead over the previous 50, 3:29.84.
So 300 gone, Seamus Barbary has a slight advantage. Those two lads have gone well clear. So it's the 2 East Kilbride boys totally dominant in this one. Seamus 17 and Tyler 16. 9:03 is the time that Seamus has got to try to achieve on a 9:56, so good luck on that one. Tyler Stewart, I think, maybe got half a chance of getting inside 9:43, which is a consideration time. He's on a 9:56 as well. Two lads are, I won't say miles clear, but yeah, it's best part of 25 metres and we've only gone halfway. So Seamus just a fraction ahead of his teammate. Turns off in 4:42.79 rather. So maybe a finish time 9:30, mid 9:30s or thereabouts perhaps for the swimmers. So that's, if that pace can be maintained, that would at least give Seamus's teammate Taylor Stewart time that would give him an opportunity to swim at age groups. 9:43 dead is the consideration time, so you'll want to push on and get inside that and get as close to the qualifying time, 9:22:30, so that makes him one of the fastest qualifying swimmers. But Seamus is really opening up a wee bit of an advantage now. Just picked the pace up a wee bit further there. So that pace certainly bring us well inside 9:30. If he can really find something special, 9:23:70 is the time he needs to do. So that was 71, just over 71. He's really got to keep this very strong pace going. Roughly 36 seconds. So another one's around about another 1:12. Gives him a fighting chance, if nothing else. He's turned round about the 7:06, 7:07 mark. That will give Seamus an outside chance of a consideration time. He's pulled well clear of Tyler now. So 600 metres gone, 7:07.5. Well, pace just dropped again, so yeah, we're certainly now pacing somewhere probably a little bit over 9:30. But given that his entry time is 9:56, it'll be a nice solid swim for Seamus. Tyler Stewart 9:43. He's really got to keep this going. He's finding it tough over the last few hundred. Seamus 7:42, and I would think Tyler's going to struggle to get inside the time.
So Seamus Barbary out the leads in 5. As Robert was saying there, he needs to get a 9:23.7 to get a consideration for SNAGS, and he's coming up to the 100 metre to go mark, 8:17. So he'd have to do a sub 106 in the last 100 freestyle, which really is a challenge over an 800. In second place, Tyler Stewart. So Tyler, 16-year-old, and he will be aiming for a 9:43 to get consideration. So at the final turn here, Seamus Barbary, 8:53. So we're talking a sub 30 second final 50 metres here to get that SNAGS consideration time. Not an easy thing to do after swimming 750 metres. So Seamus here coming in, wouldn't hit that time of 9:23, but it's a very strong swim. He's really not far away here. So Seamus Barbary, 9:28.43, give that a real go. That was a strong swim, a huge chunk off entry there. Oh, Tyler here had to hit that 9:43.45. Unfortunately, that's 0.45 over that consideration. It's so close. Still a fantastic swim though. His entry was 9:56, so a great swim there. Coming to take third place is Nikolai Cisnet, the 13-year-old from City of Glasgow. So that time there, 10:07. Yeah, round about his entry time. So he'd already had that SNAGS qualification in the bag. So some good swims there across the pool. Here we have our official result confirmed as we move on to the third and final heat.
And this is the final heat of event 108. Lane 0, Fraser Gemmell, Grangemouth. 1, Dean Bargatti, Hamilton Bath. 2, Finlay Watson, East Kilbride. 3, Gregor Skinner, Bowness. 4, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride. 5, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim. 6, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 7, Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen. 8, Ethan Collins, Bells Hill Shark. And 9, Carl Connolly, City of Glasgow. So after the first 50 metres, it's Nathan Campbell from Stirling Swim. Time of 28.64, just ahead of Jack Simpson, 28.97. So these two boys out in front at the moment. Coming up in lane 3, Gregor Skinner. He's in third. It's going to be Nathan Campbell turning first there. Jack Simpson in behind him. Gregor Skinner in third. Finlay Watson, he's untouched with Gregor Skinner in fourth there, as is the other East Kilbride swimmer in lane 6, Jamie Gilchrist. So the boys in this heat range from 14 through to 18. 14-year-olds looking for a qualified time of 9:52.10. So our 14-year-olds this morning, they already have a consideration time, which is 10:15.60. So as we come up to the 200-metre mark, we'll be passing over to Stuart in a moment, but it is still Nathan Campbell first, Jack Simpson second, and Gregor Simpson, start that again, Gregor Skinner in third, Finlay Watson fourth. All pretty tight for times there, so I'll pass you over to Stuart.
Thanks, Jackie. And yes, a right battle going on in these middle lanes. Jack Simpson, Nathan Campbell, both swimming in the same category. Jack 17, Nathan 18. Safely secured a snag slot already. But swimming, I assume to get some race practice in here. And these boys are locked together, so we'll see how that progresses. Third place at the moment, Gregor Skinner in 3. So Gregor, also 17 from Bowness. So Gregor at the moment has got a 9:15.34. So that's a safe consideration, but not a qualification time for SNAGS, which is 9:03.8. Fourth place, Jamie Gilchrist, again 17. So Jamie's entry is 9:15.4. So again, a consideration, not a qualification. So these boys will be chasing that qualification. 9:03.8. Further down the field, we have 14 and 15-year-olds. Kyle Connolly is 14, as is Ethan Collins, and so is Fraser Gemmell. So the time that they've got to beat for consideration is 10:15.60, all underneath that, with the qualification 10:52.1. So none of these boys have an automatic qualification yet, the 14-year-olds, so they'll be chasing that time, 10:52.1. In the middle lanes now, there's a lead that has opened up by Nathan Campbell. So Nathan has just put his foot on the accelerator, moved more than a body length ahead now. Jack Simpson just hanging on to his feet. At the 400 metre mark, 4:21.24. So pacing right there or thereabouts, their entry for Nathan. Nathan's entry here is 8:54.47. Jack Simpson's entry is 8:46.7, so here's the quickest entry. So Jamie Gilchrist still going well in 6. So some of these swimmers are up in the gears a little bit. You can see that from the scoreboards. When you get a sea of green, it means the swimmers are going quicker than the previous 50 metres. Nathan Campbell now 500 metres, 5:28.18 over 5:32.53. So a 4-second gap now. Looking like around about an 8:50 finish for Nathan. That would be just underneath his entry, 8:54. Jack Simpson with an entry of 8:46 has got some work to do to get near that time. But he could be holding something back just to move up the gears as he comes towards the latter part of his race. Swimmer in lane 2 here is Finlay Watson, sitting in 4th place at the moment. So Finlay's entry 9:27. Again, about 5 seconds from the automatic qualification of SNAGS, which is a 9:22 for that age group. So Nathan Campbell now coming up to 600 metres. 6:35, just slowing a touch on that previous 50. And still in a safe second, Jack Simpson. And in 3rd at the moment, Jamie Gilchrist, closely followed by Gregor Skinner. As I hand back to Jackie.
So thank you, Stuart. Just a few results just away from the pool there. Event 107, the girls 11 to 13, 200 metre breaststroke. First place, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde, Amber Hinton second from Dumfries, and Grace Blair, Falkirk Otter in 3rd. Girls 14-year-olds, Evie Mackey Lanark first, Ava Ross, City of Glasgow second, and her teammate Daisy McInnes in 3rd. Girls 15-year-old, Neve Quinn from Kintyre in 1st, Mirren Gibb, Dumfries second, and Rebecca Strachan, City of Glasgow 3rd. 16-year-old Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire, Perry Scobie, Stirling Swim, Ailey McNair, Milngay and Bearsden. And the 17-year-olds, first place Leah Bullock, East Kilbride, Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth, and Katie Broadfoot, South Ayrshire. And we can hear the bells now for Nathan Campbell. 7:43.08 at the turn there. So Nathan will be looking to improve his qualifying time for SNAGS. Jack Simpson, 7:51.33. Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride, comes in. He's hearing the bell now, 8:05.46. And Gregor Skinner in behind him, 8:07.79. So Gregor's already got a consideration time. He'll be looking to improve that this morning. As we can see in the pool, Nathan has already turned and he's heading for home with his first place pretty much in the bag here. I don't think anybody's going to touch him in the final 25 metres, less than that now. And he's going to come in and finish well ahead of That's Nathan finished there, 8:48.92. An improvement on his entry time. So an improvement on his qualifying time there for SNAGS. And behind him, Jack Simpson, 8:59.26. Jack also already had a qualifying time for SNAGS. Third place, Jamie Gilchrist from East Kilbride, 9:13.74. And the Bowness swimmer, Gregor Skinner, in behind him in fourth place. So all of these boys have heard the bell. Lanes 8 and 9, bit of a battle going on there. But Kyle Connolly is going to get the better of Ethan Collins there. Finished just ahead of Ethan in lane 8. And his teammates encouraging Fraser Gemmell over there in lane 0. As Fraser comes in to finish his 800 metres, followed by Callum Ferguson. And that completes the 800 metre, the event 108 for the boys 11 to 18-year-old age groups. And we move on to the final event of this morning, which is event 109. There are 3 heats here, and this is the girls 11 to 13 200 metre IM. So we have 5 swimmers in heat 1. So as I said, this is event 109. That's the 200 metre IM for our girls aged 11 to 13. We have 3 heats, and this is heat 1. So lane 2, City of Glasgow. 3, Nina Spirit Hawthorne, Inverclyde. Her teammate Olivia Line in lane 4. Neve Moore from Western Bartonshire in lane 5. And Amy Rimmer from Motherwell Wishaw in lane 6. So it's 4 lengths of the pool for these girls. Mixture of 12 and 13-year-olds with their entry times ranging from 3:08.70 to 3:11. SNAGS times for these girls at this age. Qualifying time 2:46.20. Consideration time 2:52.40. So the girls after the first 50 metres there, it was Olivia Line from Inverclyde turning first, a time of 40.50, 40.70 for Amy Rimmer in second place, and Neve Moore 42.55 in third. I think the lead has changed now. If we look over to lane 2, Emma Patterson from City of Glasgow. She has the advantage ahead of Olivia, and then Amy, I think. Nina Spirit Hawthorne getting herself on par with these girls as well. So after the first 100, it is City of Glasgow, Emma Patterson, 1:29 exactly. Olivia Line in second, 1:30.52, and Nina Spirit Hawthorne up in third now, 1:30.56. But as we've said many times with the IM, as the girls move into the breaststroke 50 metres, everything can change. And Amy Rimmer is swimming well here. She looks like she has a slight advantage over the rest of the field. Olivia Line up alongside her, I think. Nina Spirit Hawthorne still in touch there. Neve Moore swimming well. Emma Patterson just falling away a little bit as the girls come up to the final turn. And it's Nina Spirit Hawthorne in first, Amy Rimmer second, and Olivia Line in third at the final turn. The girls turn ahead and head for home with the freestyle, and Nina is swimming really well now. She's got herself ahead of the field. It's going to be whether she can hold that in the closing half of this final length. She is being challenged by Olivia Line, who has swum well throughout this 200 metres. A real battle going on between these two girls here as we come into the closing stages. And Olivia is just going to touch out Nina. Indeed she does. Olivia's time there, 3:03.36. Nina Spirit Hawthorne, 3:03.76. And Amy Rimmer, 3:09.30. Disqualification in lane 2 for a technical infraction. I think that doesn't impact on the finishing order there. Olivia Line, Nina Spirit Hawthorne, Amy Rinner, 1, 2 and 3. And we move on to Heat 2, Lane 0, Ellie Mayer, Lark Hall. 1, Kayla Smith, City of Glasgow. 2, Iona Lynn, Scotia. 3, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld, Empty Lane 4. 5, Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton Bath. 6, Keris McKellar, North Ayrshire. 7, Abby Henderson, Rutherglen. 8, Lucy McGovern, Kingston. And 9, Rebecca Waters, Cumbernauld. Entry times here, let's have a look at these. 2:57.70 to 3:08.30. As I said, for Heat 1, the girls will be looking for times to qualify. 2:46.20, consideration time 2:52.40. So for some of these girls on their entry times, it's certainly not out with the possibilities. We'll be chasing down certainly a consideration time. So after the first 50 metres, it's the Hamilton Bath swimmer Charlotte McGavin, turning there 37.62. Lucy McGovern second, and Kayla Smith in third. And it is still the Hamilton Bath swimmer who is leading the field as we're coming into the halfway mark here. Charlotte McGavin there in lane 5. Turns first, 1:22.86. In behind her, Abby Henderson, 1:25.26. Lucy McGovern, 1:26.69. Well, you're 1, 2 and 3 at the halfway mark. Let's see what the girls can do with the breaststroke. We did see a change in the leadership in the previous heat, but it is still the Hamilton Bath swimmer, Charlotte McGavin, who's leading the field. And if she can keep this going at the final turn, keep this pace going, and at the final turn, this will be hers. There's quite a distance to go though, so we'll see. I think the battle's going to be for the places in behind her by the looks of it at the moment. She has quite a substantial lead here as she turns for the final time and heads for home. 2:16.90, Abby Henderson. 2:21.29, Kayla Smith. 2:21.70. So not a lot of change there as Charlotte heads for home, well ahead of the rest of the field. And as I said, the battle's going to be on for the second and third places. Looks like it's going to be Abby Henderson in second, but she's being challenged there by Kayla Smith. But I think she will just hold it as Charlotte McGavin comes in to finish there in a time of 2:56.15. Abby Henderson 2:59.24 and Kayla Smith 3:02.11. That's the results confirmed for that heat as we move into the final heat of this morning's racing.
Okay, on to our final heat of this event and also this morning's session. Lane 0, Erin Lockery, Stranraer. 1, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 2, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 3, Eva Gordon. 4, Daisy Gildea. And 5, Caitlin Morton, all from City of Glasgow. 6, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. 7, Abigail Fagan. 8, Charlotte Craig, both round 96. 9, Lula Milne from City of Glasgow. Quickest entry here is 2:45.39. That's Daisy Gildea, lane 4. She's City of Glasgow swimmer. Looking at the entry times for SNAGS, Daisy has already nailed on her qualification time. The other swimmers. Other girls don't quite have the qualification, but they've got some consideration times in the lanes outside there. So over the first 100 metres there, 1:15.52 from Casey Dixon. As we go into the breaststroke leg, and the breaststroke leg is where things can change. Coming up well on this breaststroke so far is Daisy Gildea. She's drawing up on Eva Gordon. Eva Gordon, though, still out in the lead just by a fraction. Daisy Gildea really coming up strong here in lane 4. So we'll see if she catches Eva Gordon here over this stretch. But Eva Gordon, I think, is just maybe about half a body length up there. So these City of Glasgow teammates, Eva Gordon, Daisy Gildea, will turn into the final 50.12. So Daisy Gildea 2:07.26 and 0.4 behind Eva Gordon. So it's all down to the freestyle, these two girls. Casey Dixon also looking strong here. So that's the 1, 2, 3. But it's Daisy Gildea just a fraction ahead, but will come right to the wire, it looks like. So Daisy Gildea, Eva Gordon, as they come towards the flags. And Daisy is just stretching out now, and she's spotted that danger and has got enough in the tank at the end here. And Daisy Gildea takes that one, 2:44.11. Eva Gordon 2:44.82, and Casey Dixon 2:46.39. So top two swimmers there, safely qualified. So Daisy Gildea, Eva Gordon, Casey Dixon just outside automatic qualification, but she's got very safe consideration. So consideration time there, 2:52.40. So 8 out of the 10 swimmers are underneath that time. So I've got a chance of a swim at SNAGS. So that concludes our session for this morning. Warm up for session 2 starts at 12 o'clock. So in about 20 minutes time, not a lot of time in between for the swimmers. So we'll see you back then. Thank you for joining us in live stream, those who have joined for this morning's session, from Robert, Jackie and myself. There are still some results to announce. Before I do that, just say thank you to the technical officials from this morning as well. For the boys 11 to 13.